Disclaimer: this video is intended for educational and critical commentary purposes. It contains references to a meme associated with Nazi ideology, which is being shown solely to debunk, critique, and expose the misinformation and harmful rhetoric it promotes. I do not support or endorse Nazism, anti-Semitism, or any form of extremist ideology. The content is presented in accordance with YouTube's community guidelines and for the purpose of historical clarification, fact-checking, and promoting truth. Here we have a meme that says, "They told you we were monsters," and then we have a picture of Hitler surrounded by Nazis, and underneath it says, "We were the last warriors who fought the Satanic Jewish banking cartel that rules you today." The claims of this meme are a blatant and despicable lie. I would love to ask the creator of this meme if Anne Frank was also part of the so-called Jewish banking cartel. When she was hiding in the attic, was she operating a bank too? Was she a teenage banker? If Hitler was just fighting the so-called Jewish banking cartel, why did he organize the killing of people who had nothing to do with banking at all, like Anne Frank? For what purpose was her life cut short when she did nothing wrong? She was just a teenager. What warrior intentionally causes the death of an innocent teenage girl? It's not even that she was collateral damage, no. They deliberately took her and put her in the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp where she died, most likely of typhus. She would not have died if she was not forced to be there. Moreover, prior to World War II even starting, which by the way killed tens of millions of non-Jews, Germany already began banning Jews from working in banks. Professor Lionel Gossman wrote this on the banking situation. In general, the Oppenheims, both the bank itself and the members of the family, got through a time of acute difficulty for non-Aryan enterprises and of extreme danger for non-Aryans themselves better than most. Private banks, of which there were an unusually large number in Germany, 406 of widely varying size and importance, in 1925, were in fact viewed positively by some supporters of National Socialism, inasmuch as it was possible to argue that they were rooted in local communities and contributed to the welfare of those communities. This was not how they were viewed, however, if they happened to be Jewish-owned, which many, notably the larger ones, were. The process of Entschudung, elimination of all Jewish influence of German banks and businesses, has been described in a number of meticulously researched scholarly studies. As a result of various anti-Jewish measures affecting both businesses and the individuals running them, hundreds of smaller Jewish-owned private banks went under, or were bought up at bargain basement prices by Aryan firms and institutions between 1934 and 1938. Knowing all this, the idea that Hitler and the Nazi soldiers were warriors fighting against Jewish bankers is nonsense. Nazis were in full control and were already discriminating against Jews before starting World War II. Jewish-owned banks were already closing down at rapid pace. If the Nazis had not started World War II, Jewish bankers in Germany would have been entirely eliminated through Aryanization within a short period, as the process was already nearly complete by 1939. It is absurd to think that Hitler's invasion of Poland and the beginning of World War II had anything to do with eliminating Jewish bankers. If Hitler cared so much about eliminating Jewish bankers around the world, he could have simply sent spies to assassinate them specifically. That would have been much easier than invading entire nations. I could go on and on about the historical nonsense of this meme, but it's enough for now, and these themes will come up again in other memes. For now, I can absolutely say I have debunked this trash. I wish this disgusting meme did not exist. At the same time, I believe in free speech, and I do not want it banned. When we ban one form of speech, it isn't long until we ban another form and then another and so on, until we lost our right to say almost anything without fear. Therefore, we are just going to have to deal with the fools who waste their right to free speech on this nonsense. Also, if we try to silence these people by banning, they will become even more radical in that they think we are trying to hide their truth from people. They will think that since they banned it, they couldn't refute it with facts, so they had to hide it. For these and other reasons, we should not ban these awful memes. That said, I won't be shedding any tears if these memes are banned, and perhaps some restrictions on reach could apply, though I am not certain about this. I encourage more people, whether Jewish or not, to debunk these false claims. It is not enough to just label them anti-Semitic. We actually need to debunk the claims. We don't want even decent people who may just be gullible to fall for this trash. Please subscribe to my channel, and we will debunk more distortions in our next video. If there are any errors in this video, please let me know in the comments or message me. Any errors are unintentional, and there is no intent to change the truth whatsoever. Thanks for watching.